Hi everyone, I've just made it back in time for the weekly video. I had a lovely flying weekend mini break back up to Edinburgh where mocktails were enjoyed, cocktails were enjoyed by my partner, and we looked at the Christmas market. There's a place called the Cocktail Geeks there that if you are into whatever their current theme is, then it's always a wonderful time. So very Edinburgh specific, but I recommend the Cocktail Geeks. At the moment, their theme is The Last of Us. It was really, really cool. That's running through until, I think, mid-January for that. And we've got a couple of coasters I can show you. You see, the Savage Starlight was a drink on the menu, and if you ordered one, you got a different coaster representing the comics that Ellie collected. And yeah, it was really, really nice. So I'm a bit tired, was a bit rushed, wasn't sure if I had it in me to do a decent video this week, but managed it, because did you even go to Edinburgh if you didn't stop by FOP? Yeah, I was alarmed. I turned up at the end of Rose Street where FOP had been for many, many years. It wasn't there. What's going on? Why is FOP gone? I thought to myself. Popped into HMV on Princess Street, had a look round, wasn't feeling it, and then found that FOP had moved to Shandwick Place. Again, I know this is very Edinburgh specific, but I was happy to get along there before they closed. Got myself a tote bag as a souvenir in case they move again or disappear, and got a few things. Oh, that wasn't. I'm trying Myrtle. I bought the Myrtle books, 2 of them. I remember Myrtle when it was just called Logical Problems, puzzle magazine that was every month. Pretty good. Same principle, but you get an extra clue about where the body was found. So I've enjoyed those. I was going to buy them as a gift, and then realised they're more suited to me than the person I was going to gift. So movies that I bought include Prey. I think many of you will have seen Prey. You'll have watched it on Disney Plus. You may have already bought it. I think there was a nice maybe steelbook or whatever released. This is a single disc Blu-ray, has a making of on there. It's got an audio commentary, and of course it has the alternative track. Where does it say? Includes full-length Comanche audio track. I really liked Prey. I wasn't necessarily going to rush out to buy Prey, because I just, you know, it is the upside and downside of things generally being available on a main streaming site. But I felt that I should buy Prey because it was tied in with Fox, was tied in with Disney, in the whole scheme of, you know, releasing physical media. And if they do release this type of product on physical media, they should be encouraged to do so, which means people should buy it to show that there is a market out there for it. Now again, this ties in with my whole idea of it's a privilege to be having the space and the money to buy these things, but if we can, then we encourage physical media to remain as a viable commodity. That's what it is. It's a business part of show business. So I want to get Prey. I will enjoy the extras whenever I get to see those in about 20 years. And I've got dotted around all of the Predator movies somewhere. I think some of them are still on DVD because I was always put off by the disastrous, I think it was the first Blu-ray release of Predator. I heard horrible things about it, so I never upgraded that. I think the same for Predator 2. Beyond there, I may have them on Blu-ray, I think, from there, because you would have Predators, The Predator, the AVP films that people might not count. I think I just have those on DVD, and I've got them as part of my iTunes collection, so they're okay. That just seems to be, it's probably normal. If you don't hear me from next week on, then this whole thing is just collapsed and fall on me. The 3D Blu-ray of Avatar: The Way of Water, I decided to pick up as well. because I still have my 3D Blu-ray setup. That's what I enjoy. Releases are few and far between. At some point, I'll probably get the 3D Blu-ray of Avatar. If anything's got to look nice on 3D disc, it will be a James Cameron release. So that's good. I liked Avatar The Way of Water at the cinema. It was an enjoyable cinematic experience. Are they the best films ever? No. Are they the best looking films ever? No. But they are really nice, and the level of detail in some of the main sequences is astonishing, and you can never write Cameron off for what he does. And then, because it was the theme of the Cocktail Geeks, it reminded me that I hadn't bought The Last of Us on disc. So I did, because I really liked the show, and again, I thought it was worth supporting and getting on physical media. That covers everything from a little shopping trip. I, once again, was listening today to Donna the Dead, who did a really good little episode on Day of the Beast. So I recommend you listen to that. She's doing a few seasonal horrors with her December selection. And I've been pulling his leg, Harry from Death by DVD. He is very kind and mentioning me in some of the conversations they've had when I'm not there. I enjoyed guesting on an episode. I loved it. In fact, we look forward to doing that again sometime. And he mentioned that, you know, I had an issue with calling Tobe Hooper a Master of Horror because they are currently discussing the Masters of Horror. Now, I still have that issue and what makes a Master of Horror, but I don't want anyone to think I'm mad enough to not completely love the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I think people who know me will know that. If you've listened to the podcast, you'll know that. It's a classic. It's an absolute classic for good reason. I just think Tobe Hooper didn't ever come close to that again. I think Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 is a real mess with the tone and the madness of it. A lot of people love the Funhouse. I've never found the love for the Funhouse. Life Force I have love for, but it's a love that acknowledges it's not a great movie. It's a, you know, it's a modernized riff on the Quatermass idea. The character and the, you know, invasion from space with this sort of other way of viewing aliens that come there. So that's fun. His remake of Invaders from Mars I didn't like. I quite enjoyed Crocodile, but that's kind of, I mean, a cheesy but above the level of sci-fi movie, almost type of sci-fi movie style. And what else do they do? I mean, obviously there's Poltergeist, but there's a lot of contention with Poltergeist, and why can't I say Poltergeist correctly at the moment? I believe that some people have tried to clear that up and say Hooper was definitely a director. Spielberg was there very much as a producer and had a lot of thoughts on the material because he'd wanted to shepherd this project through from start to finish. So, I just think I don't dislike Tobe Hooper, and I don't minimise the legacy and impact of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which is an amazing film. But I would still say, you know, is one film enough to make him a Master of Horror? And that was the discussion I was having with Harry. And, you know, he thinks it is, and a lot of people think it is. And maybe on any given day, I might think it is. I'm not entirely sure where I land on the matter. I was just questioning the title with someone who did that. Anyway, that's my statement on the matter. That is it. That clears that up, I think. And I'll be off now because I think the door's just gone and I have been hired to bring in shopping. Good times.